This episode of the Movie Mad channel is called
Can you see me? I'm very dark.
No, that's not what it's called. It's called What's in the Box? And it's not a human head, but it could be. You know what film that's from, don't you?
No.
You must have seen that film
What one you on about?
where there's a human head in a box. Come on.
What one are you on about?
You should know that.
James, I've seen that many film. I don't know.
7. Of course it's 7. So it's at the end of a rather long work day. I'm a bit tired and a bit frazzled because I've had a lot of work to do. But I've got myself a nice cup of tea with the good tea bags and a nice Christmas cup. And I've been watching some Christmas movies. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, which I watched for the first time yesterday.
I know people. My husband says sad was no watch an 80s movie.
Mm-hmm.
You also need to go to watch Ernest Saves Christmas.
I'm not watching Ernest Saves Christmas. I don't think. Right. And I've got a Santa coaster. So, as I was saying, this episode is What's in the Box. And Roy sent me this box. And it's not the box we send back and forward if you've been watching, because I still got the Roy's box down there to send back and forward.
I'm going to put the light on because you can't really see you.
Can you see me now?
That's better.
Right, so what was I saying? I was saying Roy's box, the one we sent back and forward. I haven't managed to fill that yet for Roy. I've only got a couple of little bits in there, so it's not worth sending yet. But Roy has got a decent selection of, well, enough for a box, shall we say. And let's just hope it isn't a human head. Let's see. James didn't make the cup of tea, he's in the shower. But I made the cup of tea. So we've got the box here, and let's see what we have. So Roy did tell me he was sending these films, and these are films that were given away by the Daily Mail and newspapers back in, it must have been in the 2000s. And it's amazing some of the films they actually gave out. So we have Call of the Wild, that's the original, which I've not seen. Jack London's classic tale about a prospector in the Klondike Gold Rush. I haven't seen that one. So that's probably why Roy sent it to me. He also sent me A Matter of Life and Death and The Heroes of Telmar. The only thing I would say about these discs, I don't know if you've ever watched them, but they do put adverts on first that you can't skip. But that's still okay for a free movie. And some of these ones were really good. And some of them you can't even get on DVD at the moment. Reach for the Sky, starring Kenneth More and Muriel Pavlov. This is a remarkable true story of Douglas Bader, a pilot in the RAF, who overcomes every obstacle to prove his worth. And I did get the Blu-ray of the Dam Busters from sending that to Martin. So Roy got, because I've never seen it, but Roy got me the DVD that was given out free with it, so that's handy too. So there we go. So that is the 4 Daily Mail classic ones. Sorry, this tea's too good. I'm just going to have another drink first. There's definitely no human head. So I was speaking to Roy, and Larry, and I mentioned to them that I'd heard that this was a really good reference quality 4K disc, and I would look out for it in my CX. And coincidentally, Roy said it was in his CX. So to save us on the extraordinary postage that CX are charging, £3 per item. Come on, CX, because that would bring this film up to £8. That's too much. Roy said he would get it for me and put it in the package, which was really nice of him. And he did. So without further ado, It's Murder on the Orient Express. I've seen this film, but I've only seen it once. But from what I watched of it, I thought it was really, really good. And the 4K is supposed to be excellent, so I thought that would be great to have. And I say Roy provided. We'll open this one up because it says it's got the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital. That's unusual. Because when did they last have digitals for Murder? When did this come out? 2017. Maybe they did still have digitals then. Yeah, so that's fine. So just a plain disc for the 4K, the digital code, and the Blu-ray. Nice clear disc. So for £5, if you were seeing this in your CX, I think that's an excellent pickup. So thank you very much for Roy for sending that for me. Johnny Depp, I remember this being a really good movie. Bit like Knives Out. You've seen that one with Daniel Craig. That's a good one too. It's a murder mystery one. Right, so you coming to get your tea, James?
Yeah.
Okay. So what else do we have in the box? I mentioned to Roy that I've got the Men in Black movies, and it would be pretty reasonable to upgrade them to 4K. And Roy, I don't think, wanted this one, so he sent it to me, which is Men in Black 3 in 4K. This one's the one with Josh Brolin, okay, and I actually think this is a really decent movie. Where they go back, if you've seen it, they go back in time to where.
You have to say spoiler word before you say something like that.
Yeah, I suppose so.
That's very true. It's a spoiler alert.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think what the name of the guy, isn't it? Because is it K or is it J?
J.
It's J. Will Smith, but K. So it's K. That they go back to the time that K was just becoming a Men in Black agent. And I actually quite liked that, and I thought Josh Brolin played it really well. As Tommy Lee Jones, Josh Brolin played Tommy Lee Jones as K. And look, yeah, nice. So if you're going to have the movie, why not have it in 4K? So thank you very much for that, Roy. We also have in here The Deer Hunter. Now, I think this has been...
No.
I'm just going to pause for a second, guys. Sorry about that, folks. I was getting disturbed and I was losing my train of thought. And it doesn't take much for me to lose my train of thought, so there we go. So I've got The Deer Hunter, and I am confident that I've seen this, but it's years and years ago and cannot remember anything about it. And this is one of Roy's favourite films. By the way, Roy's obviously got a channel, if you don't know, regular viewers will, but it's Blue Roy Movies. If you want to check him out, do that. So I think he recently upgraded to the 4K, so he sent me the Blu-ray on there, so that's nice. An astonishing film about a group of Pennsylvania steelworkers whose lives are changed irrevocably. I can't speak. Irrevocably. Is that right? Irrevocably, yes. By the Vietnam War. Winner of no less than 5 Academy Awards. I should have seen this. I just can't remember anything about it. Just can't remember anything about it. It's got Robert De Niro, it's got Christopher Walken. So I'm going to look forward to watching that one. Thanks, Roy. And I'll get the box again. Here we are. Because he's jam-packed it full this time. Guernsey, literally and poet, Peel Pie Society, best romantic comedy, with Lily James, Michael Usman, Glenn Powell. I recognise her on the front, but I don't know who it is. Based on the best-selling novel Lily James's Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, Cinderella Waverett plays a free-spirited writer who forms a life-changing bond with an eccentric Guernsey and literally potato peel society when she decides to write about the book club formed during the occupation in the Second World War. I do like comedies, romantic comedies. Some of them. Like As Good As You Get, Notting Hill, Pretty Woman. So this seems like it's in the same ilk, as we say. Getting all the big words out today, or the short words. So I'm sure Roy has put that in there for that reason. So thank you very much. And I forgot Roy was going to send this to me. He told me he was going to send it to me when I was in HMV one time and was going to buy it. And I actually had this in my basket on eBay last night. And luckily I didn't actually hit the basket earlier and get it. And that is to add to my Jim Carrey collection. Right. Jim Carrey, what would you say Jim Carrey's best movies are?
Pet Detective.
I've not got them. So that's not the ones that are in here though. There's two, but they're not related to each other.
Truman Show. Liar, Liar.
I've got those. But he sent me Dumb and Dumber and The Mask.
I like the Mask Monkey and Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber's funny. The first one's funny. And this is an unrated version as well. So this must be a region 3 one rather than one for this one. So it's got The Mask and it's got Dumb and Dumber in it. I wonder if they're on different discs or on the same. No, they're on different discs. And as I say, I had The Mask in my eBay basket last night. And the reason I had in my basket is I actually had another one in basket, and the entertainment shop was giving you 50% off one if you bought a second one. And I had another one, I had one that was out of print in the basket. Well, quite embarrassed to actually say I like the movie. It's Showgirls.
I ain't even going to ask.
Have you not seen Showgirls?
Yes, I have.
But everybody hates it, right? And honestly, it is an awful film. But there's just something that's like, I don't know. Maybe it's so bad it's good. I don't know, but I just like it. No, it's not the boobs. That's not what I'm talking about. There's plenty of other movies like that, but I'm not talking about that, no. But there's just something, it's the way the dancer, and the older dancer hate each other, and they suddenly start to get along. I don't know. Or maybe it is the boobs. I don't know.
It is. Because it's Demi Moore, so yes, it
It's
is.
not Demi Moore.
Demi Moore Showgirls?
No. It's not Demi Moore. It's her that he Saved by the Bell. Elizabeth something or other.
Oh,
Who did she play in Saved by the Bell? I can't remember.
I don't know, but she was in Saved by the Bell, she got addicted to something.
Yeah, so that one. Right.
There's still boobs.
So now that that's been discussed, we'll move on to the next movie. But Showgirls is out of print. Coincidentally, Barbed Wire's out of print as well, for some reason. Because that was $5.99. I was going to get it because it was $5.99. But there you go. So I mean, these movies are disappearing. Roy told me he was going to send me this, and he sent me this Schindler's List 4K because he doesn't think he's going to watch it again. But what he did ask me to do was, I've got Schindler's List on Blu-ray. I watched this a few times. I think it's a great movie.
It's an amazing movie.
And what he said to do was he took the Blu-ray out of it, and he wants me to send my Blu-ray and artwork back to him in the box, so he's at least got a copy if he wants it. But he doesn't think he's going to watch it often enough to justify the 4K, or he might have just wanted me to have that, and I really appreciate that, Roy. because I was going to get
So
it.
do I, because I love it.
I was always going to get this on 4K, wasn't that? And I was looking at it, and I got it on Blu-ray, but I was always going to get this one on 4K. So thank you very much. What an amazing film that is. And I think Liam Neeson plays an amazing part.
It's just that wee lassie in the red coat that gets me every time.
You mean the one on the front?
Yes. But she gets me all the time in that movie.
I know. It's a great movie. It's a long watch. It's not a Christmas movie, that's for sure. No. So, there you go. What have I got on my nails? Some kind of pain. Oh well. There you go. Right, and he's also sent me a few other ones in here. So let's see what we have. A Simple Favour with Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. I've heard of this one, but I have no idea what it's about. A mummy vlogger who seeks to uncover the truth behind her best friend Emily's sudden disappearance. Thriller. And I have never heard of that one. Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively. I've heard of both of the people, but I haven't. Where have I heard them from though? Not quite sure. But thank you for that one, Roy. He also has sent me They Shall Not Grow Old, which is, I think it's a documentary where they speak to the veterans and they show the reality of war for a whole new generation. I have wanted to see that. So I think Roy either has got an extra copy or he isn't going to watch that one again, so he sent me that. Now, I'm getting some cracking stuff here, Roy. Thanks very much. Because he also told me he got this in the charity shop, I think. And I said to him, this movie is over the top. It's to the point of silliness, but I actually really enjoy it. I watch it over and over again. Have you seen it?
I think I did, I can't remember.
Moonfall, and it's, I have to say, I didn't know what Roman Logan and Emma actually directed. I'm not one for knowing who directs stuff and that, but I know he directed Moonfall, I know he directed Independence Day, I know he directed The Day After Tomorrow. All of my favourite disaster movies. Did he not do 2012 as well? I'm pretty sure he did 2012 as well. And there's just something about the way he does them that I really like. And this one's no exception. It's ludicrous to the point I still really, really enjoy it. And it's a great movie. I have to say, people will probably derive me for saying that, but I think it's a great movie. And I'm presuming Roy sent me this one to add to, I was going to say to my Richard Gere collection, but I don't actually have a Richard Gere collection. I think I have Officer and a Gentleman, but Pretty Woman's in the Julia Roberts section, so what else have I got in Richard Gere? Patriot Games, but that'll be going to Harrison Ford. That's what difficulty when you're grouping them together as actors. So it's a double with Channing Tatum and Richard Gere. I'm just trying to think, because I think I've seen this one. When a US senator turns up dead with his throat slit, retired CIA operative Richard Gere is sure it bears the mark of an infamous Soviet assassin, Casus. The only problem is that Casus was thought to have been killed years ago. Oh, and it's got Martin Sheen in it. So he's one of my favourite too. So that's what was in the box from Roy. And I was going to say no human heads again, but I'm not gonna.
Roy
So
just said it.
Well, I was trying to, be casual about that and no realise that I made a mistake, but you just had to point it out. Thank you.
Wives too.
So there we go. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm certainly going to enjoy the movies, and Roy has certainly contributed to my collection significantly this time. So thank you very much, Roy. That's really generous of you, and I appreciate it. So hopefully that hasn't taken too much out of your collection. Stuff that you probably wanted that I've now got. So hopefully that's not done you too much harm. But I was gonna show you two I got in the charity shop as well. But this video's been long enough. You've spent enough time listening to me, so you can see me next time in another classic episode of the Movie Mad channel. What was the last episode I done apart from this one?
Don't know.
Was it Charlie's Interruptions?
Yes, probably. You leave my Charlie alone.
He's been quiet because he's eating
Dunno,
today.
that's why.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Please put in the comments anything you want to discuss, anything movie related, because I like to speak to you guys. And we'll see you next time. Thanks, guys.